Hello everybody, welcome back to Wargroove. So, we're going to jump right into it. I got nothing important to say. We meet again. Mercia's journey is interrupted by an enemy she thought she'd left behind. I wonder who that could be. Why is there just a signpost? This doesn't even look like a road. It's called the Lost League. Why is there a signpost? I mean, it probably doesn't say anything useful, but... Oh, whoops, I should have read that. I don't remember this cutscene, that's brilliant. They're just bloody JoJo posing on their asses. Haha! Death from above! No, that's not her voice, is it? Oh, whatever, we'll go with that. Oh no, you again?
It's me!
Too right, it's me again, and this time I have vampire. No, that's not right either. I can't remember her voice, it's been too long since we saw her. I can't lose. Sure, we'll go with that one. Nuru does not look impressed. Who is this clown? Shut up, weed. I will annihilate you. I do love that. Literally, Wagner's whole thing is just that she hates Mercia. This won't be like last time, not while my vampires rule the skies. Vampires are aeronauts, strong, fast and airborne. Exactly, you've got no hope. Luckily, alchemists and ballistas both excel as anti-air units, and would you look at that, we start with 2, how convenient.
I agree.
Correct, Mercia. Alchemists even have the ability to heal our units. Yes, we've seen this before. Like mini Mercias, yeah, quite. Let's have a look. I don't really remember this map. Okay, so there is an infinite number of vampires. Great. You know, it's weird. We have 2 barracks, but not a lot of income. I mean, so do they, but they don't have a lot of income either. It's strange. Right, this top guy, he's going to be used as a capture bot to get these 2. We'll send everybody else down south to help divert the air attack away from us. Well, no, not to divert the air attack, that's wrong. To take the air attack head on. Also, aeronauts, they, as with all air units, they have quite a lot of mobility. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, not like overwhelmingly so. This is quite low for an air unit, but enough that it matters. Also, the annoying part is we can't even hit the tower, like to take it out. We can't take the tower, sorry, and we can't really take it out either because it's in such an awkward spot. Ballistas, just like trebuchets, they work like siege weapons, so they can't move. However, they have they can't move and fire, sorry, but they have a ginormous range. It's one of their perks. They have 2 to 6 range compared to the trebuchets 2 to 5, and that is big. Like, you stick one of these in the middle of the map, things know about it. Like, it is a great tool for zoning enemies out, which is exactly what we're going to use it for. We're going to use this to help keep our ground forces safe from all the harpies. Harpies? Vampires. Speaking of ground forces. Considering the enemy has a knight, I think 2 pikemen is a good opener. Yeah, the knight's going this way. Cool. Now, if the AI is smart, it will try and keep at least some of its units out of range of my trebuchet. Yeah. And it can get in to attack Mercia. Only that one can, though. They're all, apart from that one, they're all in bad positions. If I go here, I can get hit by 2. But that would bait them both into range of the trebuchet. We'll see if they go for it. They'll probably attack the village as well. I can't remember if villages can hit them or not. I mean, villages attack with a bunch of arrows, so it would make sense. that they could hit them, but I'd also believe that they just can't. Where? So down here, can I get to here? Yeah, I can. Oh wait, but these guys will be able to get there, won't they? Only that one? Okay, well, just in case, we're gonna hold back, stick them here, because even though they're an anti-air unit, if the air unit gets the first hit, it will still hurt. You know, at the end of the day, the first strike is a very important mechanic. Move you out the way. Just get the cavalry ready. Oh, and it is no. Okay, I thought Regular might have a bunch of starting money. Okay, this one as well, and this is like the most villages we're reasonably gonna have for the mission. It's just pretty tough. So that's an income of what, 500 gold? Ooh. And I think I can move this down one tile, yeah, just to make sure we've got good coverage. What do we build this turn? It's too early for a wagon. This is a pretty small map. I don't think a wagon's going to be a great early buy. I'll just buy 2 swordsmen. What am I saving up for? I don't know, but I'm saving up for something. Yes, they took the bait. Also, vampires, kind of metal as fuck. They literally just throw daggers as their attack. Like, look at that. That's brutal. Yeah, this is what I thought. Unfortunately, they have the perfect amount of attack to stop you from capturing a village with a full health unit. But it's fine. I'd much rather they do that than try and gang up on some of our other units. Ooh, if Ragnar comes this way, we could end this fight rather quickly. Okay, so as you can see, it's just a hard counter to air units. 130 to 140, there is no chance that this thing can't take it out. Annoyingly, this harpy is just out of range, so I'm going to fall back again, just to there. I think this one's probably going to come in here, but it might also just fly across the mountains and attack my troops. But it might go for the city instead, and if it does, we can punish. Now I think it's clear here that we need another alchemist. Also, I don't know if you noticed that on the unit card, but ballistas crit at minimum range, which their minimum range is 2 as a ranged unit, which I think is a pretty cool mechanic. It allows you to sort of counter attack effectively if a unit's coming in a bit too close. Bam. Also, I know I said the daggers were brutal, but like it's literally just a giant arrow, as you would expect from a ballista. Very cool. Ah, how did you... Whatever. I have loads more where that came from. I mean, she does have a tower, so yeah, she's not entirely wrong. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can do this, and it won't result in my alchemist just immediately dying. Can't attack the woods, right? No. Okay. Get our pikes in position. Because the enemy is sending some units up here, I'll see if I can bait the vampires in by sending my swordsman this way. Speaking of, we'll get another swordsman. Who hasn't moved? Oh, Mercia, right. Mercia, I hate to just sort of sit here and let you take punishment, but I can't move you forwards because if that archer gets you, it's gonna, or that knight gets you, it's gonna be brutal. I think I'm gonna leave you here and have you capture again, because that might bait one of the vampires to attack the village instead of her, because I'm pretty sure they can all get to her now. And if they can't, well, it's better than just waiting, isn't it? We're gonna have to retreat Mercia soon, which is a shame because she hasn't been able to generate her groove. Huh? I know we're safe from the third one. Yeah, Mercy's going to retreat this turn. Oh, interesting. That's pretty bad for me. Yeah, there we go. But now I have 2 mages and the ballista, so I have enough to kill all of the vampires here. And yet this works. We've managed to bait the vampire up top, so this alchemist can take them out. Oh, she's sending a lot of forces up top. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, we'll attack this one. Bing! Just multi-kills them. That's it! Now I'm really mad! I half expected that she'd get her groove just off of that. It would be kind of funny. That alchemist there. This alchemist here. There you go. The initial vampires are dying. There's still the tower to worry about, but we're doing better. This is impossible. How are you doing this? Stop it! I'm going to mash you into a pulp. I do love Ragnar's character. It's beautiful. Okay, cool. So move this in. Make this a full health city. Oh, I've got an idea. No, bad idea. I changed my mind. 2 pikemen can start advancing this way. Meanwhile, move Mercia up here. It's time to learn from the lessons we played with the Florin last time and sacrifice some slashers. Or in this case, some swordsmen. I'm gonna wall off with my 2 swordsmen so that the alchemist stays alive. It's pretty brutal, but hey. All the vampires are dead. They can still build more, but for now we can focus on the ground assault, which is not looking great for us either, honestly. Because our income is so low, 500, so I can get 900 gold, so I can get another ballista. That's not really useful. Okay, I need to spend enough gold that in 2 turns I can afford a trebuchet, because I think I'm going to need it. But I don't know if I have the luxury of being able to be that picky. I think I'd build some more swordsmen, but this is going to be a tough one. She has a substantial advantage in her starting forces. Yeah, there you go. Don't think this is over just because you beat up a few vampires. I still have a tower. I can just get more. Holy shit, I'm a genius. I don't know why the AI loves villagers so much, but... Oh no, Ragnar's not pushing up anymore. What a wimp. Oh, you fool. Alchemists and spearmen counter each other. You can see on their unit card they are effective against spearmen at 80%. They are also vulnerable to spearmen with 70%. I have no idea what these values mean. I'm pretty sure it's like in the most default settings with no defense, that unit will do this much damage as a base, but I'm not 100%. Either way though, with a crit, this is guaranteed, and the units coming this way are going to be weak to getting pikemen critted. The only downside is our pikeman is on a road, so you know, not defensive terrain, but hey, make do the best we can. The trebuchet can also the ballista can also move up. We want it to be in range of the tower so that it can zone it out a bit. Keep these alchemists here. I probably should move one up to help support this side actually. That's a mistake. Yeah, we'll reinforce with Mercia this turn. We need Mercia back on full health. Yeah, and as you can see, alchemists do not do well with horses. Even at full health, with the first strike advantage, we take most of our health in damage. Like, that's worse trade than a bloody swordsman for like cost value. So you do not want to let your alchemists get hit by horses. There's a joke in there somewhere, I'm pretty sure. They're weak to archers, right? Yeah, archers do 80%. Oh, hey, I'll just keep capturing this village, man. I'm not bothered. Just gonna form a wall. Don't let them through, men. Do not let them through. Hey, fuck it, I'll reinforce. Oh my god, no, I didn't do the maths. That brings me just short of a pikeman. That's what I was going to build this turn. Shit. Alright, well, I'm going to... I hate to do this. I'm just not going to produce this turn. I need to save up some money. I think reinforcing was the right play, but it still stings. Wait, how? No, seriously, how? Oh my god, I moved the unit that was defending the alchemist. Oh, I'm so stupid. That the 4 health swordsman was the one protecting the alchemist. Oh, I'm so stupid. Look, it's fine. There's not sending much up here that my swordsman can't deal with instead. Or that the alchemist could deal with better. It's a bad opener, but we hit back pretty hard, and in return, nothing else this way can hit us this turn. So that feels like it's out of ballista range. Yeah, it is. Now, ballistas are mainly meant as an anti-air weapon. That doesn't mean that they can't, you know, put some damage out on non-air troops, however. Weakening this horse is pretty much required. We need to start dealing with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it, she's 1 off of being able to get in range to attack it. Use the mountains as cover, we can get a good strike on this swordsman. We just need to buy time to get more units up here. Because this top front has a very good chance of just folding. Take out the Doge. As you can see, it's hard to describe the alchemist's role. It's a very good unit. It's good against infantry and air units, but it gets shredded by pretty much everything. I mean, just look how many things it's vulnerable to. Yeah, the things you'd expect it to be, the 3 like big hitters and the commanders, but also archers and spearmen. So basic units can sort of zone it out. But likewise, against all those basic units, it's hit really hard. It's a good unit. It's a very strong unit. It's just you've got to be careful with them. And I'm not very careful, as we noticed when I just lost the other one. See, I want to rush in and try and take out this vampire, but I know that's a mistake. I'm gonna slow push. So just because I don't think I've shown it yet, the heal area is only a small area, so I can't get both of these units in as much as I want to. Oh, I've just made a very silly mistake. Yeah. See, I don't know if you've noticed it when I've clicked on the unit card. They crit when above a mountain, which means that going through this mountain pass is very difficult. I can't afford to send these alchemists up because they'll be on mountains or adjacent to mountains. It's very obnoxious. Now, let's get back to here because we're not having a good time. I mean, we're moving Mercia up here for sure. There's nowhere better to put her. Which means that this one will get a crit. we're getting there. But this is sort of demonstrating very accurately the reason that producing this many swordsmen is such a, I'm not going to say solid strategy, because I feel like that's giving it a bit too much credit, but such a usable strategy. The knight, very good unit, no doubt. As we saw, it wrecked absolute seriously? Didn't kill that? Whatever, he's weak enough, I don't care. It wrecked absolute havoc on my units, because when it got that one alchemist, brutal. However, with four soldiers, it should have been 3, but for low damage rolls. But with 4 soldiers, you can effectively just finish it off for free, and you're losing out a lot less value if it manages to take out one of the soldiers while you're in the process of it. So, I think it's alright. What's my income? 500 minus 100, because I'm probably not going to get that. I do think I want a trebuchet. I think being able to zone out the enemy's lounge units as well as their air units will be incredibly useful. So I'm going to produce 1 more swordsman, and that's it for the turn. I say it's a very economy-starved map. That's not where I expected they'd go. Oh, they were above a mountain again. That's why. Yeah, that's going to go bad for them. It's fine. We are in a little bit of a pickle though, because we're slowly running out of bodies to throw at the problem. But on the plus side, this guy lived, which is actually very surprising, but also very good. This is probably a kill. Oh no, the village lives. I was certain this village would get taken out. But... oh no, no, I forgot the knight was still alive. No, he doesn't live. Oh, brutal. He was so young. They're not bothered by my force down here. Best thing to check. No, I didn't see one built, but you know, figure it best to check. Yeah, you did just see that number, right? I just want to show it again. When we say alchemists are the anti-air option, we mean it. Alchemists crit when their defense is above 3. Or 3 or above, sorry. And they deal just ridiculous damage. This is absolutely worth it. Even though it was probably in range of the ballista. It wasn't actually. There you go. I was going to say, we want to be able to move the ballista into a better position anyway. Weakened one behind, stronger one in front. Alchemist here. If I move this guy here, I could probably get a decent... no, I can't heal. I can't heal because I need the trebuchet. Right, as long as we don't have to move it again, the ballista positioned here perfectly zones out the air units, and it will allow us to contribute a decent amount. Get in there, lads. Ooh, Valhalla! Also, I calculated I did my maths very wrong. Thank God this village lived, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford the trebuchet this turn. Get in there, weaken the ranged unit. While kills are important, if you can weaken a ranged unit with just a soldier, you've got a very good trade going on there. Bam, bam. Fun fact, because I don't think I'll ever read it, the lore on... excuse me. The lore on Felheim's Ghost Riders, I guess. I fucked that. I wanted to get Mercia a kill. That's my fault. The lore on their Ghost Riders is very interesting. Their steed, like, is part of their soul or something, if I remember rightly. It's very cool. That's all I remember. It was metal AF, as the kids say. You wait there. Okay, bring the trebuchet up. This thing's got a long enough range. No, I was going to say, if we were still fighting here, it has a long enough range that it might have been able to hit something from spawn. But it's fine, we want to move it anyway. And yeah, it's the other barracks that we're not using. Cool. This isn't going well. Not yet. I was hoping Ragnar couldn't make it into those mountains. But thanks to the +3 defense, the Alchemist doesn't die. So, I consider it a win. This might mean the dog unit gets a kill. I assume that's what's going to attack into me. Hey, the only good news is he didn't get the kill. A bunch of weakened units lying around is exactly what we want as Mercia. It's been a while since we've used her in an actual combat, so I don't know if you remember her groove, but if I get it, it will turn the tides. Oh, that was very rude. Yeah, there's another one. We can't get it this turn, but likewise, it's not going to be able to get to any of our units this turn because I'm going to move them. And pretty much wherever it moves, I'm going to be able to hit it with the trebuchet. Trebuchet? Ballista. So, consider that a win. There is a pretty low chance that I could just kill with the trebuchet, but I think with the ballista, I don't know why I'm getting these guys confused so much. It's not that hard, me. I'll move it to where this swordsman is when I move him. I think the best thing we can attack here is probably the alchemist. It will pretty much guarantee the kill for us, which is what we need. How much damage does he do? Yeah, it will pretty much guarantee the kill as long as we get good rolls on both attacks. Like I said, alchemists like the epitome of glass cannon. I know I used that metaphor for the knights before, but they are like literal glass cannons. They are made of absolute tissue paper, but they will shred units that they're effective against. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was wrong and the damage values do not align. This unit is now never killed. Oh well, we'll go this way. Oh my god. I thought for sure he'd die there. That's so irritating. We'll bring these units back and move new units up into their place. Namely Mercia.
Brace yourself.
Taking out a skeleton is a little bit of a waste of Mercia's talents, but I think she should get her groove. Yeah. I don't feel like quite as much of a waste anymore. Aha! Especially because we can sacrifice one swordsman to take out their alchemist. And then get up here and use the crit to take out the archer. There you go, that's good. And we're also trapping Ragnar in. If we can stop Ragnar from escaping, we might be able to just demolish her with the trebuchet. Actually, yeah, if we move the trebuchet forward. Yeah, I can't get into that position, I don't think. I don't think we can kill her this turn, but if we wound her enough, it's going to be basically like we did. Catch this village again. I didn't think this was going to be such a contested point. I thought we'd be able to keep this very well, but this is the earliest that we've reasonably been able to actually get it. Oh, this guy's toast. 100% that dog unit goes for them. Well, I say 100%, it's not 100%. No, that's such a reckless play. That one is a bit better, but then it just results in him dying anyway. So, no, we don't do that. This is a bit of a risky play. I mean, I might as well, because I have to stop her from escaping, because she'll be out of the trebuchet's range if she runs off down here. So I guess we do it anyway, because we'd rather get the first strike on her. The one downside is because she's in a mountain, she's going to be very tough. But not unbeatable. Right, our income is fixed now, 500, that's what I thought. I want to be able to get a knight on my next turn. So you know what that means. More swordsmen. I know my strategy is very samey at the moment. I promise it will change. This is just the best one we can do right now. Because we have so little money and 2 bases. If we had 1 base and this little money, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. I could make more diverse units. But...
Fight me!
I should have seen that one coming, but I didn't. Oh hey, the dog unit didn't try and finish off the crippled swordsman. That's good, that's good. If any luck, the pikeman will attack into her as well. Oh, it already did, I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Oh yeah, that pikeman's dead. I didn't see that play. That swordsman's also dead. So don't worry, we've had all these injured units hanging around for a reason. Oh, hey, I forgot about that guy. But of course, he's just going to go over here. Whatever, you know what, they can go off and do whatever they want. I don't care. It's time for Healing Aura. Every unit of mine, apart from this one health swordsman, is going to get healed from this. Back to full for most of them, so this is worth it.
None shall fall while I still stand. Healing aura.
Healing Aura. Now we're going to start wailing on Ragnar. This should be a crit as well, so it'll be decent damage. Nothing spectacular, which, you know, you'd expect a giant arrow to do more, but, you know, we don't worry. Might be the kill here. Don't know if I quite have the damage for it. I do. Let's go. That Healing Aura was clutch. It allowed us to hit the better damage ranges. There we go. Solid mission. Oh my. The vampires are like, bet I'm out.
Yeah.
Nice work. But all those vampires. This is impossible. I know, they keep pulling out new units out of their army from just nowhere. It's great, isn't it? Sheesh, calm down, lady. Is she always like this? Well... Shut it.
This isn't over.
I'll come back, and when I do...
I'll crush you.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Ragnar. If I remember rightly, when she comes back... I'm trying to think. I think the next time she comes back is... It's even worse for her, if you can believe it. S rank. I did not see that coming. I think I only had an A rank on this mission before, which means I did it decently fast, but... A full S rank. I guess that's what happens when you manage to get Ragnar stranded. If I had to hazard a guess, Ragnar probably retreated in one of my old runs and I had to chase her down to try and kill her. Or I guess make her faint, because she's clearly not dead. Cool, so the codex entry for this one, as you may or may not expect, is actually vampires. So I'm not sure where that comes in. Yeah, it's not in here. Lore, probably. Yeah, vampires, there we go. There are 2 types of vampire, the common or lesser vampire and the rarer greater or high vampire. Both are undead, which is an interesting thing. I don't think other forms of fiction would classify vampires as undead. Would you agree with that? I'm not sure on that one actually. Because vampires in a normal sense are not undead creatures. In most forms of fiction anyway, like you're still alive, you're just different. You're not human, obviously. I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I wouldn't say that like Wargroove is the first time I've seen a vampire classified as undead. Maybe it's because it's different as well. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but even though she's called a vampire, I always think she looks more like a bit more like a werewolf. Like, I don't know why I think it's, even though she clearly has bat ears, she just looks very canine to me. Anyway, it's also good to see that we have nice class structures in vampirism. Very good. The Briton in me is proud. The high vampire is indeed the greatest species by far. It is an ancient breed and includes individuals that have monstrous power. Just a reminder, Sigrid is a high vampire, that's why she's on this page. High vampires are not born, but created. When a high vampire decides the time is ripe, they wait until the dead of night and then steal into a nearby village to kidnap the most readily available human infant. The process of changing that infant from human to high vampire takes 13 months, and is done using a kind of a magic innate and exclusive to the vampiric races. Jesus Christ. The vampires broke into my house and they stole my son. The resulting youngling is part family, part student, and part servant to the high vampire who created it, known as its master. Over the course of centuries, the youngling slowly matures into an adult, becoming more willful and rebellious as time passes. Yeah, that's kind of what happens as they grow up. You know, they hit the teen years and they just become so rebellious all the time. After a few hundred years, oh, I guess not the teen years then, the master-youngling relationship, always based on practical need rather than affection, often becomes strained. In the worst cases, one kills the other. In the best, the two high vampires simply part ways. Very rarely does the relationship between a youngling and their master last longer than 500 years. No wonder she's so tall, dark and brooding over here. Like, she's got daddy issues. Technically, a high vampire can make a new youngling whenever they like, but most tend to wait a millennium or so between parting with one and creating another. The lesser vampire, known to specialists as Vampirochiroptera, I know that's probably not Latin, but if that is Latin, it's clear I should never become a scientist, is commonly referred to simply as a vampire. While it's believed that vampires were first created by high vampires, the two are nevertheless distinct species with very little in common besides their natural magics and bloodlust. Unlike high vampires, Vampirochiroptera, could they not, are winged and more at home in the air than on the ground. Vampirochiroptera is doing it on purpose. Reproduce by felling a living individual, consuming a great deal of their blood, and then sharing some of their own blood with the victim. Shortly after, the victim dies. The end. After a period of 13 days, the corpse reanimates, sprouts wings if it doesn't already have them, and begins its new life as an instantly mature vampire. It seems this process of reanimation draws on the same kind of magic used by the high vampires, albeit in a form that is less powerful and much expedited. That's an interesting thought. I like that. That it does explain why in this clan vampires are considered, you know, undead, because they do. The victim actually does die and then just reborn as a vampire. I guess that's why they're called undead in this one. That makes sense. But that's not normally the process for vampires. In like every vampire bit of fiction I've known, which admittedly isn't much because I didn't read Twilight because I'm not a 12-year-old. Unnecessary child hate, I guess. Cool. But in every other vampire fiction I know, it's just the bite that transfers the vampirism. So that's interesting. Maybe it is a more common thing than I think. I don't know. Another thing to note is that maybe the higher vampires, when they're making new ones of the process that takes 12 months, maybe at some point the high vampire kills the infant and then resurrects them, because it says that they share the process is similar. What is it? Yeah, it's the same kind of magic that the process of reanimation does, which is very morbid if you think about the fact that vampires are just going out there, stealing human infants, killing them, and then re-indoctrinating them as high vampires. Food for thought. Anyway, on that cheery note, we've got 2 side missions to go to next time. They're both decently long. I don't think I'll do them in one episode like I did the last 2, but we'll see. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and have a good one.